Hi, I'm Dave Lorenzo. This is your Inside BS sales training for today. Here's the thing. You're an outstanding salesperson, and you know that you can close sales with the best of them. But that only addresses one type of revenue. There are 4 types of revenue that are available to you as an entrepreneur or as a sales professional. Those 4 types of revenue are, number 1, ad hoc revenue. Closing one deal at a time. You're a hunter. You go out, you hunt down the one deal, you move on, you hunt for the next deal. That's ad hoc revenue. Number 2, repeat revenue. Client comes to you, they have something else they need. You sell a different type of product that can fill that need. You sell them that product. That's repeat revenue. Same client, different product or service. Repeat revenue. Third type of revenue is recurring revenue, and that's the same product or the same revenue over and over and over again. That's how you build a great book of business, selling the same product or the same service to a client, the same client, over and over and over again. Finally, there's passive revenue. Passive revenue is the greatest thing in the world. It's money while you sleep. You meet a client, you take care of the client, and then the client just puts in their order month after month for whatever they need without even involving you. Or you deliver a speech, because that's part of what you do as a salesperson. You do a webinar or a speech in front of an audience of 50 people, and to that audience, 2 or 3 people come out of there with no effort on your part, and they give you orders. They book something with you just from your speech. Or your best client refers 3 other people to you. You don't have to do anything to close the deal. You just put the contract in front of them and they sign on the dotted line. Those 3 things are examples of passive revenue. Right now, you're probably only focused on ad hoc revenue. You're probably only focused on hunting down that deal and then looking for the next deal, hunting it down, and closing it. I want you to focus on the 3 other types of revenue, and this comes from your follow-up process. So here's what you need to do. Everybody you know has to go into a database. It could either be your CRM system, your client relationship management system, or you can put them in an email system that you have yourself, like MailChimp or Constant Contact. Everybody you know goes into that system, and then once a week you send them an email. The email is educational, it's entertaining, and it's informative. But most importantly of all, that email reminds them that you're there and you want to help them solve their toughest problems. Even if you don't have a product or service that can solve their problem, you can introduce them to someone from your network that can help solve the problem for them. So every week you got to stay in front of everyone you know, from your grandmother to your best client, from your prospects to the people who've come to see you speak at an event, or the people who read an article that you published. Every single week, they need to get an email from you. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're going, oh, Dave, I get those emails. I don't read them. You know who does read them? The most important people in the world to you. 10% of the people in your database will read those emails religiously, and that 10% is important to you because they will do business with you over and over again. That's where your repeat, that's where your recurring, and that's where your passive revenue is going to come from, that 10%. Now, if you want to be a follow-up superstar, you need to do 2 other things. You also need to send out a monthly print newsletter. This could be something as simple as a white piece of paper with a typed up version of your email. If you want to do the basics, send out a typed up version of your email that you printed out, put it in envelopes and send it out to everybody on your list. If you have thousands of people on your list, it's going to cost you a little money, but you know what? The people who read the print newsletter are different than the people who read the email newsletter. And print newsletters get through. We have no deliverability issues with print newsletters. They get to their target every time. That's a monthly print newsletter, and that's step number 2 in the follow-up process. Step number 3 in the follow-up process is create a community. This could be as simple as taking everyone you know and saying, hey, I've created an online database. You can do this in Facebook if you want, an online community, and I'm going to post one thing in there every day. I'm going to make introductions in there. I'm going to do live interviews once a week with people I know who the community needs to know. Facebook makes it easy to do this, but you could set up your own website to do it. You can do it in person. You can hold monthly cocktail hours for all of your clients and all of your referral sources and introduce people to each other. Creating a community is the glue that will cement that follow-up revenue, that repeat, that recurring, and that passive revenue. That's where that gets cemented. When people see your face all the time, especially if they see your face in a community every day, online, or if they see your face in a cocktail hour once a month, they're going to remember to do business with you. They're going to remember to refer their friends. They're going to remember to refer their best clients to you. Follow up, follow up, follow up. That is the key to closing more deals. It's the key to making more money. It's the key to growing your revenue. Until tomorrow, here's hoping you make a great living and live a great life.